From a series of undisclosed locations in the Greater Toronto Area, it's Scotch Egg Cinema! Scotch Egg Cinema is a new project in which we, the lovable producers of Her Majesty's finest all-weather panel show, review public domain movies and cartoons for your viewing pleasure. I'm your host, Dan Donnelly, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's a pandemic out there. Since our next show is indefinitely postponed, we decided to launch a new project to keep all of you eggheads out there entertained while we're safely cocooned in our respective places of residence. We'll try to record these shows fairly regularly until we can start up the live shows again, and who knows, maybe if enough people subscribe to the Patreon to support the show, we'll keep this going too. That's patreon.com/andascotchegg for any of you regular listeners who have not yet decided to shower us in Trump bucks, quarantoonies, or whatever monetary benefits your local governments have seen fit to provide in these highly precedented times. On today's double feature are a couple of all-time classics. Our cartoon short will be Max Fleischer's excellent and apparently eternally relevant 1932 Betty Boop for President, which is in the public domain because the National Telefilm Associates failed to renew the copyright on the Fleischer catalog back in the days before Disney bullied the feds into making it automatic. We'll then be passing on from the Boop administration to George A. Romero's 1968 zombie classic Night of the Living Dead, which is in the public domain because the distributor failed to put a proper copyright notice on the prints. The beauty of public domain movies is that we can actually show you the movies, unlike all those other watch-along podcasts that make you legally purchase the film in question and then time it to their audio track. So if you're listening to the podcast version of the show right now, fear not. You don't need to go download these 100% free movies from the internet just to enjoy the show. You can head right over to our YouTube channel or our website, andascotchegg.com, and stream both movies over the internet with this audio track on top. If you're already at our website or our YouTube channel, congratulations, that was not relevant for you. All right, now that's out of the way, let's get the show started. Joining me in the virtual theater today are my co-producers and regular team captains, Mike Payne.
How do you do?
And Sarah Ashby.
Hi.
How are you guys doing? Holding up?
Better now.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this is kind of like having human contact. We're watching a movie together. In our own way.
This is like a movie condom.
Yeah, but a full body condom.
Full body. Full apartment condom.
So, are you guys ready to start off with our cartoon short?
Absolutely.
All right, yeah.
All right, we're going to start Betty Boop for President in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, don't you miss the good old days when cartoon characters could run for president?
That's some fine painted mountain in the background there.
Yeah. I mean, we sort of have a cartoon character as the president now. I don't know if that helped anything.
Wait, is that the mountain where the Pegasus comes off of it in later worlds?
Like the Paramount one?
I think it may be related to the Paramount one, yeah.
Whoa.
Seems like a safe assumption, but nobody assumes anything these days. Why don't you check it out on the interwebs?
That's true. It's a conspiracy. Oh, yeah, got him.
Yeah, Herbert Hoover.
Got him.
So one of the things about this is they actually made it before they knew who the Democratic candidate for president was going to be. So we have Herbert Hoover, who they were pretty sure of, but the caricature coming up is going to be Al Smith, who was the previous Democratic candidate.
I thought it was also a good Reagan.
All right, what stereotype is this?
My type.
We like him. We like him thin.
Skinny with a loud mouth.
He got a little ass though. He got a thick little booty there.
Look at that thing. It looks like a baseball.
Yeah, like he may be a rake, but that is a butt.
It looks like he looks like Babe Ruth's home run baseball, sprouted legs.
Oh, they hate him.
Bernie Sanders. The irony of Mr. Nobody is that he actually wants to do good things, whereas Betty Boop just comes up with
Dude, that's where they
ridiculous
got the Kool-Aid Man from.
policy
Did you see that?
proposals.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, this
totally
is where they got.
must be where
and
that
this
came
guy, this character is where Adam Driver came from.
from.
Also, could be Reagan still.
Yeah, Al Smith had a very ethnic New York voice, which is partially why he got blown out in the 1928 election. People
Oh,
didn't
really?
like his
We don't
sound
want a
on
New
the radio.
Yorker here.
Yeah.
Where's Betty Boop from? Is she like from Brooklyn or something?
She's from Sex
I don't know
Land.
if there's a canon. I don't know if there's a canon answer to where Betty Boop
Hey,
is
it's
from.
the elephants and the donkeys, because that's the animals that represent them.
Yes. The Republicans don't like cabaret and jazz. That's so sad.
I think I have moles bigger on my face than her nose.
It's really hard to pin this down politically where they stand, because this is definitely like their opinion of public works.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
See, now, and that
Intellectually
guy
diverse.
in this day and age would be an essential worker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, yeah, Betty Boop sucks for president. They should fire her.
Yeah, but it's better. See, they've improved on the TTC at least here.
Yeah, that's true. More than that goddamn Ford's ever done.
So here is an instance where they actually were predicting the future, because Happy Days Are Here Again was the Democratic campaign song in 1932 with Franklin Roosevelt, but
Whoa.
that convention had not happened, and it was a last-minute decision. So they just kind of guessed, and they happened to catch it here.
Yes. That cop is the only good cop. He's letting that cat carry her kittens across the street. No other cop would be that nice.
I agree. This cop can march in the Pride Parade.
Sorry.
Privacy screens.
Wow.
Nice.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, that's great too. I like that. Look how happy that dog is. No, Betty Boop is like a PETA candidate. That's what party she was running for.
This is clearly what current Republicans think of climate science.
Well, it's raining outside. There can't be global warming if there's rain.
Time for our pie in the sky solutions. I would just like to say that I fully 100% approve of this method of reforming criminals.
Wow, he just went in and sat right in there.
Well, you know, what do you got to lose? Dead dog walking.
Oh my god, are
Like-
they gonna make him just
oh
an
my
upstanding? Oh my god. They turn him into Charlie Chaplin.
They turned him into a dandy.
They do.
An old-fashioned dandy.
Ironically, he was having more gay sex before.
Wow, can't believe she'd run on my platform.
Turning men gay and allowing cats to cross the street.
Yeah, let him.
Sounds like Tiger King.
Oh, I have yet to watch that, but looking forward.
It is a journey.
Let's wait for the reverse conversion therapy.
Oh yeah.
See, my
Wow.
drumline did this show in high school. Yeah. But we all know what Betty Boop's real policy proposal was, which
Free
is
beer,
fuck
dollar beers,
prohibition.
baby.
Dollar beer,
beers.
baby! That's why this makes for the best Ontario.
Buck a beer, and we're making our own masks now. So there you go.
There you
Wow.
go.
Just to get a little bit political again. Well, that was fun. I thought, it's really sort of prescient in a lot of ways, I think. Electing a cartoon
Yeah.
character president, total party dysfunction, climate catastrophe, and cats crossing the street. What more could you
Everything we
ask
could have
for?
wanted.
And turning your prisoners gay. You know?
Turn
Yeah.
your
And
prisoners
stuff like
gay.
Yeah.
that.
Turn
That's
your prisoners
amazing.
gay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only gay mass murderers are, well, in movies and,
I don't know if
true
we want to get
crime.
on the gay mass murderers train. There's quite a few.
I'm frustrated.
All right.
Let's kill some people. Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, they weren't at least like Kevin Spacey using it as an excuse, you know?
Oh, no.
They just happened to also be gay. Kevin Spacey was just like, yeah, I did bad things, but hey, it's because I'm gay.
Yeah, well, that's why I do bad things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we
This
know
show.
from your anime taste. That's gonna keep coming back.
Yeah, I'm surprised the first cartoon wasn't a tentacle porn.
No, we have to work our way
I
up.
was a little disappointed.
Also, that's all copyrighted.
I was ready to rock.
All right, are you guys ready for our feature presentation?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go, starting George A. Romero's classic zombie movie, Night of the Living Dead, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
I can't believe they got the same composer for this as they did Betty Boop.
So this is one of the more famous movies in the public domain. It's been downloaded apparently over 3 million times from the Internet Archive.
Wow.
But if any listeners do want to support the movie, there's a 50th anniversary edition that's been remastered out on from the Criterion Collection, and they copyrighted the print so that the makers of the movie can actually make some money. It was the highest grossing picture of 1968, and almost none of the money came back to the creators. It all went to the distributor, which subsequently went out of business and left them with nothing.
Remastered and enhanced with smell-o-vision. What's smell-o-vision, you say? Well, it's the jar that comes in the mail, and it's full of farts.
I don't know. Mail order smell-o-vision just seems like ordering underwear online. Used underwear.
Ordering used underwear online, yeah. That's the modern equivalent.
Yeah. Well, where else? I mean, we don't all have the vending machines, so.
Although I think that mailing underwear has existed since the dawn of time.
Sex work is the longest standing profession. Did you know that?
It's the oldest profession.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
yeah.
an old
Well,
that's an old
longest
phrase.
standing as well is oldest.
Well, only if you do it standing up, which
I don't like standing when
I think
I'm
is
fucking.
extra.
I don't know about you.
Well, then you're not fucking right.
Cemetery entrance, but it shot up.
Well, just in case you didn't know we were in America, bullet holes really help.
That's true.
Yeah, it does. Although in some parts of Ontario you will find bullet holes,
There's a flag to let you know again.
but they're all very, very small bullet holes from hunting rifles.
Yeah. One of the innovative things about this movie was that it's one of the first horror pictures to take place in a familiar environment.
Is that right?
In America.
It's true.
In modern day, I guess.
Before that, it was all vampire castles.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've
This
still
is
got a
like the
3-hour
more
drive
clean
back.
cut
We're not gonna be
fucking
home until after midnight.
Brad and Janice.
Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
Oh my god, they really do look like them, don't they?
You know,
Yeah.
I figure we're either gonna have to
Except
move
they get
Mother
killed
out
because
or
they're not
move
into
the
all the
grave
cool
into
sex
Pittsburgh.
stuff.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh.
He says to her, but nasal is the new anal.
Any of that candy left?
Ha.
We want to move Mother out here to the graveyard, I think, is the
I
implication.
remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember.
So, the
what
first
day
time I
was.
watched this,
Johnny, it takes you
We
5
still remember.
minutes.
I
Yeah, 5
don't.
minutes to cook
Oh
the
my
wreath on
god,
the grave,
sorry.
6 hours to drive back and forth.
I thought they were
Mother
a
wants to
couple,
remember,
but
so
they
we
are
drive
brother and
200
sister,
miles into
so
the
just
country.
remember that.
We're here, John, all
Well, I
right?
mean, could be both.
Brothers can't have sisters. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they only have girlfriends, so they're related to.
We're coming back on the air
Oh,
after
Jesus.
due to technical
I was going more sci-fi, where people who have a boy, they're like, I'm gonna have boys forever.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
do
the
like
radio.
that jacket though. That is a nice
Which row
nice
is it
trench
in?
coat.
Get used to it, because she's going to wear it for a long time.
Yes. You love a queen with one look.
Do they have the day the Earth stood still?
I will have to look up if that is public domain.
Is that the sequel?
It's the end of the credits where there's no after credits scene. People
Where they all
sit
just
there.
stand still for a whole day.
They just share apples in their seats.
They're really on this time change thing.
Here's a wedge for you. I made sure we brought extra for Janice.
I brought the caramel dip, but it's been sitting in my pocket. It's a little hot.
All right, what's she gonna say? Like right now, as she bends down to pray. What's she gonna say? She said, "Ah, my groin."
I wonder what happened
Ah,
to
my
the one from
cooch.
last year.
She's just there to
Each
disapprove.
year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody
I feel
takes
like
them
there's
away.
also this like website where they have 30 seconds with bunnies. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
No.
No.
Where they do
Wonder how many
movies in
times
30
we bought the
seconds with
same one.
animated bunnies, and they do this one, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, this
Yeah.
movie is hilarious.
Oh yeah, like the movie itself, and then the 30-second rendition is also hilarious.
Oh, no, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay, green screen or not green screen in the back?
Hey, come on, Bart.
Oh, these are all, this is before green screen even was.
Or would it be
But
a like
this is
picture
all-
though in the back still? Look at it, it's not
No,
moving.
guerrilla shooting. They shot this in a real cemetery.
What? But how come those trees? Okay. Sorry, I'm looking to it.
Part of it is it just looks a little flat because of the transfer from the print.
Hey,
Oh,
I mean,
okay, fair,
praying's
fair,
for church, huh?
I thought they just like maybe like had a
I haven't seen you
like
in
the
church
photographer from your like your school photos
Not
shoot
much
where
Yeah.
they pull down a different background because they're like the blue
Do you remember
clashes
one
with the
time when we
blue
were
shirt you're
small
wearing. I
around
gotta
here?
put the brick
It
background
was from
here
right
now.
over there. I jumped out at you.
All we have is 5 backgrounds,
We got
and they're on this
5.
pull-down thingy right behind you.
Remember that? Right
Honestly,
over
I could have just used the brick background
there.
as my
You should
comedy
really be
headshots.
scared here.
Let's find some green trees, like the Obama presidential portrait right
You
there.
kind of resemble her a little
Stop
bit.
it now, I mean it.
Me, yeah.
All right,
Not really.
classic
Yeah.
line.
They're gonna
Both
get
of you.
Get
You two together.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
You're
You do a
ignorant.
platonic friends couples concept
Stop it.
or
You're
That's
acting like
true.
a child.
couples costume.
They're coming for you. Look.
Yeah,
there
Halloween's
comes
gonna
one
be
of them
great
now.
this year because we all have so much time to figure out our
He'll hear you.
costumes.
Here he comes now.
I wonder
Yeah.
how many
If we can-
handmade
if we
costumes
can go
will be
out
done
for
by
Halloween.
August.
Isn't this also okay? I was gonna say this too. This girl being like, "Hey, don't yell out at that creepy man. He might come by here, and it would be bad for me." And this guy being like, "Oh, let me just keep yelling at him because it's funny." That is a real thing that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny is definitely a dick. So
Johnny's
I
an
don't feel
incel.
particularly bad for what happens to him now. I just want his gloves. That's really all I want.
That's fair.
In
His
life.
gloves are cool. Wow, he's not the best at fighting though. Although this
No.
zombie isn't that good at being a zombie either.
Oh no! He got his skull cracked open.
But the
Great.
teeth.
Okay, why wouldn't he eat his brain though? Why is he going for her now? Why wouldn't he? Okay.
Because she's still alive.
But yeah, she's still alive, but he didn't even like infect him.
That whole scene just reminded me of The Fifth Element when Bruce Willis goes to kiss Mila Jovovich, and she like holds a gun to his head, and he's just like, "Never without my permission." Like this was 1960s consent. That's 1990s consent. What? Like, where are we going with this?
Oh, fuck. Just lock the door, girl. Yeah, there we go.
Johnny has the keys.
Don't
Oh
worry,
no.
Lurch can't get you. It's fine.
This is like those towns in the north where everybody has to keep their car unlocked in case there's a bear.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
it's a moose.
So people can run it. That'll just be the new normal in Zombieland. Everybody has to leave their cars unlocked in case of a zombie attack.
Okay. There is no way a zombie would have that much smart to be. There's no way a zombie would think like that.
Yeah.
That is an absolute exaggeration if I've ever seen it.
So, Romero zombies are pretty smart. They can use tools. They have opposable thumbs. There is some evidence that they buried their dead with ceremony.
I wonder if this music is public domain as well, and you could use it for other things. This is pretty intense.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Aw, she cracked up a car.
Yeah, I like how you didn't even hear it crash.
Women drivers. It was the 60s.
We have no budget for sound effects. Get it done. Get it out. This is my best George A. Romero impression. Get it done, kids.
I don't know if this is the first instance of somebody running and then somebody like a monster stumbling slowly after them, but still managing to catch up somehow.
Yeah.
This makes me think about think of Dario Argento movies too.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of those are public domain.
I don't think so, but we could double check. It would be fun to do like a cannibal film or an exploitation film, but
Yeah.
I think most of them. This is only public domain by accident. They forgot to include the copyright notice on the title card.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
So this is about the last time Barbara is a sympathetic character, because she mostly just becomes a useless child.
As they always do.
Well, you know, she actually sort of reminds me of a Hitchcock protagonist with the hair and the vulnerability and the slight brain damage. So they did shoot this in a real farmhouse that was slated for demolition so they could do damage to it while they were filming.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. But sadly that means it no longer exists. It is now a grass farm.
Grass is in grass?
Grass is in turf.
We hate turf.
Yeah, we do. Stay off Twitter.
Man, like, at farmhouses, actually, like, they're so beautiful and rustic and, like, being in the middle. Okay, yeah, because I'm from London, like, there'd be people I know who would have, like, farm parties and shit, right? Because their parents would own a farm. And man, it's just so nice not having to worry about anything because you're just so far away from people.
I like the explicitly anti-hillbilly hunting message of this movie. Like, those mounted heads are grotesque.
Yeah. Don't let hillbillies hunt or they hunt warthogs.
Yeah. The only appropriate hunting is millionaire safaris to Africa where the Trump brothers can kill endangered species.
Yeah, literally wipe out the only albino types of animals, because why not?
Fuck bobcats. There's lots of bobcats. Who cares if you kill those?
Just hunt coyotes. They're mean.
The phone is down for no apparent reason. This is one of the few things they never bothered to explain.
The phone?
Yeah. Except for it's a horror movie, so obviously the phone
But
can't.
what if when he was walking through the clothesline, we thought it was a clothesline, but it was a phone line? Explain.
Oh, maybe that was the phone line. I'm sorry, that you might be very right. Uh-oh, there's more of them.
Oh my god.
Better
this
run
is just
around
like-
more with that knife.
This is just like what happens when I go to an open mic.
No, they're paying more attention.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they pay attention to me after I'm done my set, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and they're probably just as handsy, yeah.
I like that joke he did about sex with people. When they expand on it.
I'm already expanding on it. Oh no!
Ah! Also, do they explain that at all?
It doesn't explain how she dies. Or why she doesn't rise from the dead.
Well, that's weird.
But just keep running around with that knife, Barbara. At least it's not
Don't
scissors.
go outside, you wiener. That's where the bad guys are.
the scariest thing of all.
Okay, no, he's a good guy. He's a bad guy.
Yeah. But she's a white woman in 1968.
Oh yeah, and they're like, this is taboo. And it's like, this man is just genuinely nice.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as
Well,
soon as
that
they
is
find out about us.
okay. He has some nice bone structure. Holy shit.
He does. He's an attractive man.
This pump out here is locked. Is
God,
there a key?
yeah. Those cheekbones? Oh,
We're trying to get out if we
honey.
can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you've tried this.
I don't know if you should really listen to what he says. I mean, this is the 1960s, and he's a black man in a movie.
That's true. So I don't know if you guys did any research on this, but the role was not originally intended for a black man, but
Really?
they decided to leave the story as it was. He just happened to give the best audition, according to George Romero. If we
I
believe
love
him.
that.
So there are
great.
no references to it at all in the script.
That is
However,
amazing. That's how you should do
Yeah.
it. That is literally how casting should be, right?
Doesn't she look like Nikki
Yeah.
Glazer?
yeah, keep the casting
Yes.
race blind.
She looks exactly like Nikki Glazer.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. No, casting
Oh,
race
Nikki.
blind stuff just so it, like all this like, and especially
I'll
because
see if I can
like
find
I
some
feel like in
food.
this movie too they haven't, like you said, they didn't write anything into it, so it wouldn't be like we need to like press home the point that they hate him because he's black, like, you know,
Yeah.
and then add as many like slurs as they can like let white people get away with saying because it's on screen.
Yeah, it's interesting because you do sort of feel the tension, even though it's supposedly not intentional. A lot of the movie apparently was improvised. So one of the changes that did happen was that the character of Ben was originally written to be less educated, more working class type person, but Dwayne Jones, the actor, made him a lot more well spoken, and
That's
they
dope,
decided
yeah.
to stick with that because it worked with the hyper competence of the character.
That's great.
The more you know. Ding dong dong.
The more you know. We hate headlight. Headlight bad.
Oh no, the one thing we needed at this exact moment, a headlight.
Yeah, they're gonna get a ticket for having one
Don't
out.
the zombies just remind you of Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights? He just doesn't know where to put his hands.
I know you're afraid, but we have to.
Overacting 101.
Stop going outside. Just stay inside.
Very believable.
That guy's skin is too nice to be a zombie. He's clearly just an old guy you're beating up.
Oh no, come on.
Watch out behind you! I'm going to smack as far away from this actual head as possible, even though there's no one here.
Have you guys seen the original Halloween when Mike Myers kills his sister and all it is the camera going in and out, in and out, in and out to insinuate that he's stabbing her?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Uh-oh.
This guy's like,
Poor Barbara.
please, a crumb of pussy, please.
She's too hysterical
I've been
to
in
do anything about it.
quarantine for 24 days. My wiener's so hard it hurts.
Nikki Glazer's like, I like the way you talk. It matches my comedy.
Hey, stiff. Get it? Because he's stiff as like a guy, but also stiff like in the rigor mortis way, so his wang is also stiff.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, rigor wang.
Rigor mortis,
wangus.
more like rigor fuck us, am I right?
If we're lucky, it'll come off, and then you can just
Got
use
him.
it.
That'll fix that ocular problem.
Don't you hate it when you stick it in so hard you can't get it back out again?
That's a lobotomy if I ever seen one.
Labiobotomy.
Kidding. I've never seen a lobotomy.
Well, at
What?
least you won't
What?
mind staying home and watching the kids every day now.
Who the hell got buried in a goddamn bathrobe? What a sack of shit. Kill him for sure. Also, the topless guy? Get him out of here.
So these zombies do not rise from the grave.
Yeah.
They're just people who are already dead on the surface.
Oh,
Which is partially just because of production expenses.
very fair as well. It's also just funny to imagine that, like, this Italian man's like, no, bury me in my most comfortable robe. I don't want to die a fucking
Look
mooch.
at it.
I may be a mook, but I'm not a mooch.
I want people to know I lived a high life.
These pajamas, they're silk. They're expensive. I want everybody to see.
So when I come back as an
It's a $5,000 suit.
Come on!
Come on!
Yeah, I don't want to be buried in my suit. It's a good suit. Give that to my son.
The money's in the banana stand.
Oh, this is smart. Yeah, burn a corpse because they're scared of Oh man, he's a genius. I love him. Okay, best character.
Yeah, Ben is very smart.
I think they just used chicken skin draped over their faces for the effects.
Probably.
There is information about
Or
the...
their own acne. Ayo!
Hey! Hey, do me a favor and save up all your dandruff for 2 weeks.
No proactive that year.
Nikki Glazer, no! Sorry, I can't stop that.
No, that's fair.
Did you notice how much forehead there is in late 60s, early 70s women's hairstyles? They're like all forehead somehow.
I love it because I am also all forehead somehow.
Mmm.
That's why I got bangs, baby.
I got an extra forehead in the back.
Okay, so the lights could turn on, but this is, yeah, alright, this is very strange. Yeah, Dan, this makes sense. Why can the lights turn on but the phone can't? Way back then, I'm sure all the electricity was all linked together.
Yeah, no, the phone line was definitely used to be separate, but,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She just loving that knife. Stroking that blade.
She's into that knife play.
Wow, we are sexual today.
Yeah, don't help or anything, Barbara.
Oh, good, nails. Lots of nails.
Nailed it.
Oh, but yeah, they could use that to bar up the doors. Never
Find
mind.
some wood, some board, something about a fireplace, something we can nail this
See,
place
in a
up.
horror movie nowadays, they'd be like, we've got nails. Let's use them as weapons.
She's my least favorite archetype. The helpless scared. That is a terrible archetype in film in general.
Yeah.
The completely helpless, scared, stupid person. Now, keep in mind, I have no idea what I would react like in the scenario, but I would like to think that myself and anyone that I tend to know and associate with would be able to help in some way and not just stand there like a pathetic human pissing her
Yeah,
pants.
like, I've had enough traumatic stuff happen in front of me and been able to still go through the motions, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, if we really think about what has happened to her, her dick brother got in a fist fight and fell down is the only traumatic thing that's happened to her so far.
Exactly. Well, then the zombie busted in her car window. That's kind of jarring.
Yeah, that's true. And she was in a car accident.
Yeah.
And a man grabbed her,
Like, that zombie was too smart.
which is just basically everyday street harassment.
But yeah, like, no, I feel like anyone would still be able to go through the goddamn motion.
They,
Like, it's just second instinct.
in the 1990 remake, they rewrote her character significantly to give her more agency and capability.
Good.
Oh, can't have a horror movie without a creepy music box.
That's a Hellraiser box?
Ah!
Pinhead's gonna get you.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Who you calling?
This looks like a good place to put this door.
This isn't the time to do the ironing.
You know what we're gonna do today, kids? We're gonna build a fort.
Okay, but who keeps spare lumber in the kitchen cabinet?
I don't know, when I was a kid, we used couch cushions.
Mmm.
That worked pretty well. Couch cushions and bubble gum. That's all we needed back in my day.
I like the framing of that shot, so it looks like she has the deer horns, which is totally meaningless symbolism.
Unintentional, maybe?
I think it must have been. Because if she's a scared doe, then she can't have horns.
No, she wouldn't have horns. She's not a buck.
No. This is one of 2 helpful things she does in the entire movie. But also, 1 nail holds the door up anyway. So...
I like how she's holding it, but not. Like she's putting up her hand, and then she's like, I'm too scared for a second. And puts it back.
You still liking that trench coat, Sarah? What is this object? Meanwhile, he's working up a fucking sweat.
Not that strong. Yeah, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find.
What do you mean? Biggest nails?
Big nails?
Seems like a weird thing to barricade up the windows before they actually try to break in.
Yeah.
Sorting nails is too much trouble for my female brain.
I never learned what hardware is. I only learned how to home cook.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out.
He is so, like, very, good.
Yeah, he's the leader you
In a
want
very panicky scenario.
in a crisis.
You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner?
It's like, oh, they're scared of fire, and also they're not that strong.
I feel like he's reading off of a list. You know, these are the things I know what to do. My mom taught me all these things when I was a child, and they'd come in handy one day. She promised me they'd come in handy. I've never before picked up the hammer in my life. I'm a lawyer.
She was always like, these scary men will always try to come into your home. And I was like, why, Mom? And she's like, you'll see when you're older. She was right.
Yeah, I think it's really fun how the Betty Boop accents have carried through.
I didn't see that at first.
I like how Barbara is now just hugging the vinyl lace tablecloth sourced from a Brooklyn grandmother's apartment circa 1958.
Truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail.
Do they ever say how they can kill them?
I guess.
Yes, they do find that out later on.
I guess the driver must have.
Unfortunately, we already know how you kill zombies, but it was new at the time.
It went right through the billboard.
Yeah, I feel like by age 5, you pretty much know how to survive in the apocalypse nowadays.
Yeah.
So many. There's so many. That's bad topic, Mike. Bad topic.
No. I'm just gonna say it. I think every child will die when the apocalypse for real happens.
Screaming.
Can you imagine if this is it?
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Oh.
Like, anybody who has kids is dead, and anyone who is a kid is dead.
Away from it.
Automatically.
I looked back.
Well, yeah, because like you said, like even though like you think like they're smart enough to be able to survive, like it's children, they can't take care of themselves.
Oh yeah, they're pretty useless. I was joking, but
Oh, fair, yeah.
I was just thinking, I was actually gonna say with
I
all of the
genuinely
zombie
was.
crap that they're exposed to, that they
Oh,
should
for
know
sure.
from watching
It was like-
stuff.
Yeah, you could for sure like put one in your backpack, and it would be like a help guide in like the zombie apocalypse-esque video game we're probably gonna live.
I was alone.
Yeah.
But on their own, no. And parents obviously love their kids too much. They're gonna sacrifice themselves for their kids to live, but their kids aren't gonna live because
Yeah.
let's be
Kids
real.
can't live without parents.
That's it. In an apocalypse setting, not at all.
Right through them.
No way.
Even without, like,
They
even
didn't
like,
move, they didn't run.
have you met adopted kids? I'm just kidding. That's a terrible
I
thing.
have. I've dated a few.
Staring
Based on Twitter right now, I'm thinking that after a few days of isolation, plenty of parents would be willing to feed their kids to the zombies.
True. True.
It's like they've never spent more than 12 hours in a row with them. It's so bizarre.
It's wild, right?
It's so interesting how this has made a polarizing environment where there's like people who lost everything and are alone at home, and then at the same time you've got parents who are still working full time because they've got those, you know,
Shitty, like,
essential
office jobs,
services.
yeah. Yep.
Well, essential services,
Oh, true.
and then they're taking care of their kids full time too, so they have to shuffle that around. They've never been busier in their whole life.
Totally, yeah. But I also have absolutely no sympathy for like the rich parents who like don't spend time with their kids because they don't have to because they're rich, and now are
Yeah.
realizing their kids are actually shitholes.
Oh shit, daycare workers do something.
Oh wow, the teachers who told me my kid had a very big problem with authority was right.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
he said,
the
"Oh,
coat's
it's
finally
Oh,
coming
sorry, I
off.
thought she was jacking it for a minute
so
from the
late?"
noises she was making.
It does look a little bit like that with the framing, doesn't it?
Like,
You
whoa,
got
okay,
up
so you're
early.
scared for a while, and then all of a
We
sudden you're like,
won't be late.
but I'm horny, baby, yeah.
Johnny asked
This is
me
the
if
first
I
evidence
would
we have
go.
that she's wearing something
And I
under
said,
the trench
I'm
coat.
not afraid, Johnny.
That's true. What if she was going to jack off in the Oh no, she is wearing something under the trench
What
coat.
was this filmed on?
But I mean, she could have been going to the cemetery to jack
This
it.
is 35 millimeter.
Slowly.
Ooh, jank.
And
That's a
Johnny kept
terrible
Became slowly.
word.
He's coming to
That is
get
terrible.
you, Barbara. And I laughed at him and said,
You know what I want to do
"Johnny,
later? I
stop
want to
it."
jank it and then I'll pork you right after.
And then
Yeah.
Johnny ran away.
Wow.
Seems like a lot of activity for one
I
evening.
went to this
Yeah.
man, and I was going to apologize.
I think you have to be juicing it for.
Why don't you just keep calm?
Why don't you just shut
And
your
I said,
trap?
"Could he?"
Doesn't juicing it give you ED?
And he
Yeah.
grabbed me.
Unless you're like
grabbed
juicing
me,
it and you're
And he ripped
and you
at
have a
me.
vagina, and then your clit just becomes like a mini like
My clothes.
Dick.
it just becomes so thick. Yeah, it just like
It
is
looks like a
huge.
dick.
I screamed,
Yeah.
Johnny!
Yeah, I've seen these things.
Just because of roids,
Oh,
yeah.
help me! And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And
It's
then
wild,
Johnny
like
came and
watching
he ran
movies and
he-
seeing
he
actors keep
fought
their
this
wedding
man.
rings and engagement rings on, eh?
I got so
Oh yeah,
mad.
that's
I
never
ran.
explained.
I
Uh-huh.
ran.
No.
Maybe that's why I thought they were a couple.
That same
Maybe.
here, and also because they look like Brad and Janet.
Didn't come.
They do look like Brad and Janet.
Look like Brad and Janet. Well, I mean, this obviously came out before Rocky Horror, so
That's true.
Brad and Janet were probably based on them, but whoa, they actually probably were because the first scene in that movie takes place in a cemetery slash
We have
church.
to go out and get Johnny.
What year was Rocky Horror? Do you remember?
Please,
70s?
don't you hear
It's
me?
early
We've got to
70s,
go
I
out
think.
Early
and get
70s.
Because
Look
I
it up
remember
right now.
Tim Curry taking on that role was like a huge deal.
The film was 1975 of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's another thing to look at. Tim Curry. Tim
Tim
Curry.
Curry's amazing. I love him.
I paid way too much money to get a picture done with him at Fan Expo a couple years ago.
That's more than fair. Any price is the good price for him. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anything he wants. I'll give Tim Curry my whole entire soul. I don't care.
And I screwed up the picture too. I got nervous and I was trying to do the finger to the lips pose,
Oh yeah.
but it turned into a Dr. Evil. Like
Oh, that's even better.
it's terrible. It's not
you do
somebody who's
too?
even played. Oh no, I just did one.
I love that.
I screwed it up. I just screwed it up.
Yeah,
entirely.
just undress her. That's
Look,
good.
Dr. Evil is also an amazing villain, so that's fair.
That is a positive spin. Turn on the heat. What's this contraption?
That's a radio.
Wow.
Y'all not know radios?
Because of the obvious
Wait, I'm the
threat to
youngest on this.
untold
How do I
numbers of
know?
citizens, and because of the crisis which is even
Our
now
first
developing,
TV was
this
inherited
radio
from
station
my
will
grandparents,
remain on
and
the
it
air
was
day and night.
furniture.
This station and
Yes,
hundreds of other
yeah, one of
radio
those
and
like
TV
with
stations
the
throughout
wood
this part of the
panels
country
and shit on it.
pooling their
Oh yeah, it was a
resources
full
for radio
credenza.
broadcasting
Like it
Yeah.
actually was an embedded
have a wood
TV and a
panel.
full credenza.
Yes, I used to have a super old TV that I when I turned, I think it was 11. I was allowed to have a TV in my room because it was the oldest TV we had. And it was great. I watched a lot of Futurama on that.
Nice.
My grandparents' furniture TV, when you turned it off, it actually made the pew sound, and it went
Yeah.
down to a little dot.
Mine did that
for about
line with
20
the,
seconds.
You know when it does the line to turn on, and it goes. Pew?
Yeah, that was hot stuff.
That one was mine. And I had the old Nintendo. I plugged it at 64.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Theirs was so old you couldn't plug anything into it.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been
I remember when I was 8, we got our Nintendo, just regular Nintendo, because that was what was out.
Mhm.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, and Mario Brothers 2 and Zelda. Oh,
Oh, shit, yeah.
so good. Original Zelda
Mario
and
Brothers
Mega
2,
Man.
the orphan child of the Mario series.
Mega Man 6.
Yeah. Oh, Mega Man was great.
This chair looks flammable. Let's just douse it.
Don't. Oh, God.
You don't have to spot clean the chair.
He is not
Yeah.
very conservative with his resources.
Hey, this sounds like the news outlets that happen nowadays. Don't go outside. Don't touch nobody.
Yeah.
Don't let him mouth you.
Self-isolate.
Yeah, don't let them put their whole mouth on your mouth.
On your mouth and make mouth mushes.
You'll become the
That's my old-timey term for kissing. Mouth mushes.
You guys gonna salivate in each other's mouths or something?
You know, you could share digestive fluids.
Okay, that's a smart. Okay.
Oh, is he gonna like catapult it at them?
I think he's gonna leave it there as like a sign of like you can't fucking come in here because we're burning shit.
Yeah. Little close to the wooden porch, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's really, that's what I was thinking. Why would you light it on the porch? They were far enough back.
Gentlemen, we've just received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with
This feels almost instructional to a certain extent.
Yeah, well, I like how much more faith they get to have in the president in this movie than we get to have now. It's like, oh, the president has called a meeting of the cabinet and experts. That means things will improve.
in announcing this conference says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from national press.
She passed out for a long time from getting one punch in the
Well,
face.
she was also
Like,
stressed.
in real life, that means she's got serious brain damage. Yeah.
She's just sleeping now. I think what happened was, you know, off screen, she woke up and she looked at him, frowned for a second, and then went back to sleep.
Rubbed one out and went back to sleep, yeah.
Wah, wah.
I mean, he does look pretty good with a hammer in his hand.
Hammer.
Facilities in an emergency
Yeah, she keeps like looking at it and
news
looking
as it
around.
develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV
Oh, no.
and to stay
That's like how I wake up. That looks like me waking up hungover on my friend's couch.
Tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and
Oh,
government
who's
buildings,
banging?
demanding shelter
Who's
and
doing
protection from
stuff?
wholesale murder.
What did we do last night?
Involving much of the nation.
What is this, work or something? Why you gotta make all that noise?
Stop it with all that racket.
Sounded like Marge for a second there. Stop it! That's pretty good. Wow, we just
one day I'll
discovered
get
that
a
Sarah
good
Ashby
Marge.
can do Marge Simpson.
Only just her sounding worried. If I could do her laugh is the hardest thing I think to do. It's like, yeah, I can't do it.
That was pretty good.
Marge, she's too cute. Marge is too cute. Marge Simpson, OG cutie.
Man, the Simpsons voices are sounding so weird lately. Oh my god. None of them sound like themselves anymore. And that's just the living ones. I think the best part of a like really obvious apocalypse is everybody could start smoking again.
That's true.
Oh, don't waste it. You don't know when you're gonna get more. Jesus.
That would be the worst thing to do in our current situation, is start smoking again. Like, that's the dumbest thing to do.
Yeah, it has to be a zombie disease, not a respiratory illness.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's specific. It's part of the niche.
It's pretty much any disease but pneumonia.
Yeah.
Look, I still
Non-respiratory.
smoke mad amounts of weed and have to go outside to smoke it, and I'm fine.
You're not asthmatic.
No, that's true.
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
God bless America.
Oh, and these.
Bullets and used flats.
I made these for you. They used to be potatoes.
This place is boarded up pretty solid.
I got you some flats, so if you need to run, you can run.
Let me put these on your feet in a weirdly sexual way.
Bullets, food, and the radio. Sooner or later, someone bound to
Like,
come and get us out.
That really sexy scene in Death Note when
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What?
Who washes whose feet in that scene? Light washes
Yeah,
Elle's
that's us. We're
feet?
doing all
No,
right.
Elle washes Light's feet.
I'll watch his lights, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It's a sign of trust or something.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me.
I wasn't following
I'm
the
going
plot at that
upstairs
point.
now.
I was too busy.
He's like, horny.
If anything's trying to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to
Look,
take
all
care
of Death Note made me horny. It's fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything is
Oh,
all
I've been
right
watching
for now.
Hunter x
I'll
Hunter
be back
lately.
to reinforce the windows
It'd be
and
hilarious
doors
if you could
later.
edit this movie
But you'll be
so
all
that
right for
all
now,
of
okay?
these zombies were actually the crab guy from the beginning of One Punch
Okay.
Man.
Well, you could. That's the beauty of the public domain.
That's very true.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Newsmen that murder victims
One Punch Man, Crab Guy, Night of the Living Dead.
devoured by their murderers.
Devoured by the murderers.
Some good paint on that wall.
That is some lovely paint on that wall. So
That
you'll
is
notice an
paint
error coming up when he moves her body.
Imagine thinking someone, when they die, they fall down in an absolute straight line.
Yeah, and you can't see up her skirt at all. You can see her actual face, even though it was supposed to be eaten off.
Got him.
J. Romero didn't he only die like a couple years ago now?
Consistent reports from
Oh yeah, he
witnesses
did die in
told the
2017.
people
He was
who
making
acted as
he
though
made
they
a
were in
ton of
kind
horror movies.
trance, were killing and eating their victims, prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the
Directed or
victims.
produced.
Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin,
The
just
killers
received
are
moments ago
eating
from
the
Cumberland,
flesh.
Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen
That's a
that
good
murder
nipple below the
victims
dial.
show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are.
I wonder if
eating
Nikki
the
Glazer's
flesh
actually
of the
seen
people
this.
they kill. And so this
I would think
incredible
so.
story
I mean,
becomes more ghastly
a lot of
with
people
each
don't like
report.
to see
It's difficult
themselves
to
on
imagine
screen,
such a thing
so
actually
Oh, I
happening.
definitely don't.
But these
perhaps
are the
not.
reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been
I don't know why they're
verified as
complaining
completely
about
as
the
is possible
partial
in this
devouring.
situation.
Like, you don't want to be
It would
wasteful.
appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so they don't come
Twist!
out during all the banging or the monsters coming in, but they come out when the radio.
Or the screaming.
Yeah, okay.
The Butler County Sheriff has
A
verified
radio.
reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their
So are these the like mandatory rapists?
They're the ones that live there.
Because if you notice, in pretty much every zombie movie, there's a set of rapists.
Oh yeah.
Or a rapist.
How are we supposed to know
And they
what's
get
going
killed
on?
real fast.
Could have been
'cause
those
they're
things
rapists.
for all we knew.
Yeah, they hadn't figured that one out yet.
Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make
But
any
they don't
noise.
ever
Anybody
not
knows
screw
somebody
someone up
figured
in the
it
process.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but
We totally couldn't hear you.
Prevent those things alerting us afterward.
out. And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
them.
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Alright, controversial take.
You just got finished saying you couldn't hear.
Mr. Cooper is right.
Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take
But
that
definitely
kind of
a
chance
cock.
when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
This
why
was
don't
low
we settle
budget at
this?
the time, wasn't it?
We came up.
It was
Okay,
very
we're
low
here.
budget.
Now I suggest
Yeah,
we all go back
because you can
downstairs
tell that
before any of those things
he's like,
find
okay,
out
we're
where
going to
you-
shoot from here, and you'll do this, and then we're going to shoot from over here, and that's where the line continues, rather than them just doing the whole thing.
Upstairs. They won't
Yeah.
They
notice.
pause oddly.
Insane. The cellar's the safest place.
It was $114,000 in
And I'm
1968.
telling you, those things
It took
turn
in
over
$30
our
million
farm.
at the box
We were damn lucky
office
to get away at all.
globally, which
Now,
was
you
an
tell me
enormous
those things
success.
can't get through this lousy pile of wood.
Crazy.
His wife and kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off.
So many comedies only make about
We could've
$30 million
saved
in
everything
theaters
else,
now.
Cooper.
With all of us
Yeah.
working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got a million windows up
Hey,
here.
Chris, you
All
wanna
these
come
windows
with me
are up.
down
You're
to the
making them strong
cellar?
enough to keep these things out, huh?
I think the tie pin was a bad choice in this particular instance.
No, I think it's an excellent characterization. He's like a rejected 12 Angry Men character.
Any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be
I just
5
made it
or
look
even
stupid.
10. There's going to be 20, 30,
Yeah.
maybe 100 of those
He's
things.
supposed to
Yeah.
look
As soon as
stupid
they get here, this
and
place is gonna
somewhat
be hard.
castrated, honestly.
That many, they'll
A little cucky,
get us wherever we are.
Look,
a little cuckish.
the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect.
The cellar!
Prominent
It's where we
exits
keep
or
the
walks and
wine.
doors from
It's the
inside.
best place.
But up here, all these windows, Why, we never know
We
where
can
they were
age
gonna
some
head us
cheese
next.
while we're down
You got a
there.
point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, the back exit, we'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is the strongest place. That's right, damn it.
I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. I figure maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Are we gonna hang with Mr. Cooper in the cellar or not?
We can make it to the
Look,
cellar
he is
if we
right.
have to.
He is right.
If we do decide to
One
stay down there,
entrance,
we'll need some
one
things from
area
up
where
here.
you have to kill enemies
So
coming
let's at
from.
least consider this a while.
You have torches and a gun.
If you have a sword too, you're fine. Swords, they
Yeah.
don't have bullets. You can keep going with a sword.
That's one of the things you really find in Pennsylvania farmhouses is swords.
You know, if there's one thing that we could take away from this movie, it's that the men in this movie all have nicely fastened pants.
That's true.
All
Yes.
those belts are pristine. It's like they got them from the store yesterday.
Oh no.
Nice and high as the current fashion is.
High
We've
and
got
tight.
Tom, our normal 30-year-old movie teenager. Oh yeah, cut off
Jeez.
those fingers.
Wow. Look like they were made like buffalo wings. Seriously.
Ben is not a very good shot.
Shoot him in the face. That's not the face, that's the fucking chest, you dingus.
Gotta get him in the brain.
Get him in the
Stella!
I like how, as modern viewers, we expect him to know how to do this, though.
Yeah.
Like, dude, come on. Seriously? It's been an hour since this zombie apocalypse started. You should know by
Well,
now
first of all,
that you gotta shoot him in the
You
head.
get extra, you get extra mission points for headshots anyway. So I don't know why he's not doing it. To be fair, they communicate it to the audience earlier than they communicate it to the characters. So we've already seen the guy with the lobotomy from the tire iron.
Naked
Just
bum,
gratuitous female nudity.
Bum, bum, bum. Titty, titty, titty. Wow.
I like that
Pretty
it's
mighty
got,
jowl work there.
flying saucer sounds.
I wonder if they used like oatmeal.
Delicious plastic bug.
Help sculpt their zombie faces.
You're
I
crazy.
think they did use legitimate
Those things are
makeup.
gonna be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And
Mr.
everything
Koopa,
else
you
is
stay
done.
away.
Did you
Because
say
if
I'm
I
gonna
stay up
take the
here,
girl
I'm
with
fighting
me
for
to the
everything up
cellar?
here. The radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're
What a
going down the
fucking
cellar again,
maniac. Alright, fine, you two can stay up here, but I get the girl. She comes
The
with
goyle.
me, the creep. To
She
the
comes down to the cellar.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Team cellar, team cellar.
There's a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Yeah, noise is the real danger right now.
You're stupid enough
Well,
to
she
go
can't
die
take
in
care
that
of
trap.
herself,
That's your
but I
business.
can
However,
take
I
care
am
of
not
her. I
stupid
am a
enough to
creepy
follow
old
you.
man.
It is tough for the kid that old man.
I look like a gargoyle.
Now, put the hell down in
They'll
the
think
cellar.
I'm one of
You
them.
can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
He's boss up here. You're boss down there, beta cuck.
You know, I'm gonna open this door again. I mean,
We all know you like to
Mr. Cooper,
watch
with
your
your
wife
help,
get
we can-
fucked,
With my
Mr. Cooper.
help.
Oh man,
There you go,
you
man.
should
His
see
mind is
how
made
she
up.
has
This
his
is
balls
him.
in her purse.
Don't mess with me. I'm Moe's kid.
Judy, come on up here, honey.
Now Tom calls up his slightly more of a character than Barbara girlfriend. But not really that much more of a character than Barbara girlfriend.
It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Wow.
But at least she's wearing a Canadian tuxedo, so...
Hey.
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper,
Oh yeah,
we'd
she's
all be a lot
hot.
better off if all three of us were working
Yeah.
together.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
She could do her
Hey,
roots,
kid.
but aside from that,
Nope, I love them.
No, I like it.
It's a
You
hot
love
kind
'em?
of messy.
High five, Sarah. Boom.
Haha, yes.
He's
We're
wrong,
horny
you know.
for the same shit.
I'm not boxing
Yeah.
myself in down there.
Do you remember how they used to have doilies on everything? Like there's like a doily under that woman's butt on the couch.
Yeah,
Like,
it makes it nice.
Just
It
in case.
makes
Oh yeah,
it
because that
fancy.
little girl got bit by the zombies, and then she's gonna eat
Yeah.
her mom.
Oh no, spoilers!
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. But yeah, you have to put a doily under your ass.
It's just a common trope.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is why kids won't survive the apocalypse. They get infected, their parents are like, we can save them, and that is not how it works.
Your great-grandmother made like that lace doily by hand in 1894, and it took her 96 hours. But you're gonna sit on it. Cool.
I don't know. Back then, I think they were good at it. You know, like she could crank out 5 an hour.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Yeah, bro. They had nothing else
Oh, yeah.
to do.
Laundry in a basket.
They could do handcrafts. Well, we're all gonna rediscover them now. Like everybody's fucking making sourdough now.
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually want to do
Yeah.
that.
Or making an OnlyFans.
Or making an OnlyFans.
Ayo.
Those lucky.
What is that
lucky
anyway? I don't even know what
bastards.
that is.
It's just like a site to promote either like your own stuff via like comedy and things, or you can also sell nudes.
Is it a site?
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's only for nudes. Just like TikTok is only for 15-year-old boys shaking their dicks around in sweatpants.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
But like people forget sex work is real work, and it's also customer service work. And then
Oh yeah, for
you're
sure.
like, how come I'm not getting any like flow through on my thing? And it's like, well, have you been talking to people? And they're like, no. And it's like, well,
Nothing.
it's the same with comedy when you're like, you gotta promote yourself in the right way.
Yeah, I suck at that.
People are supposed to look
Yeah,
for
that's why I can't do it. I'm like, I literally can't do an OnlyFans because I hate when people tell me to
Yeah,
fix
oh,
shit
no.
or do shit specifically the way they want it.
If the authorities know what's
Fuck
happening,
talking to
well, they'll
people.
send people
Whereas
for
with
us, so they'll tell us
comedy,
what
I
to
can do
do.
that and it's
How are
funny.
we going to know what's
Yeah.
going on if we lock ourselves
Yeah,
in
we
a
just
closet?
stand on stage and talk at people, and they don't get to
Yeah.
respond. That's the ideal conversation.
Exactly. It's like, I'm a little dirty piece of shit.
We may not enjoy living
And they come up
together,
to me after and they're like, is that real? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to
dying
talk to you about it
together
right
isn't going to solve
now.
anything.
Please do not come up to me after the
Those
show.
people out are
Yeah.
enemies.
Follow me on Twitter. My DMs are not open.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see some disgusting stuff, but I will not respond to disgusting messages.
Well, television will definitely
If Judy
improve
would come
things.
downstairs for a few minutes,
Could you imagine if
Terry and I
CNN
could come
existed
upstairs.
back then?
Pardon?
If CNN were the thing that they were all watching?
We do.
Or Fox News.
Oh, God.
Nothing's gonna get done with them down
We don't
there.
think that this outbreak of mass murder is a problem. What we really have to do is preserve the economy.
Ha! So if you're voting for Bernie Sanders, you're a Satanist.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Don't vote for Mr. Nobody. Betty Boop. Betty Boop
Betty
all
Boop,
the way.
baby.
At least Betty Boop's alive.
Yeah, have you guys seen that comic series about Betty Boop? Like this one Twitter artist. His name's like Alec. Let me bring it up because I just found it. Alec Robbins.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
He does this comic called I Love My Wife, Betty Boop, and it's about him being married to Betty Boop. And every comic's like, I love my wife, Betty Boop.
That's hilarious. No, I've never heard of that.
It's pretty great. Check him out.
Yeah, listeners, check it out. Yeah.
Tell him I sent you. No, just kidding.
Oh, Mr. Koopa's mad.
Oh, Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, is it me or is tie clip like one button higher now to show
She's
how
just
fucked up he
high.
is?
She just dropped acid before they went to the funeral for her grandma. Because she's ding dong and thought, oh yeah, today's gonna be a normal day. I'm just gonna go to my grandma's funeral, drop some acid. It'll hit when my brother's dropping me off so I can go to my next fucking psychedelic party. And then the zombie apocalypse hit, and now she's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, Barbara's obviously tripping. Like, look at this lace. Look how it's moving. It's so cool.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. There's no way she's not on something. She's on something.
It just feels good on my hands.
She's on trauma.
Just like the way it feels on my skin.
Dude, have you ever thought about how, like, we're, like, the strings in a doily?
Is this Connect 4?
That's
Oh.
why this bitch is like, fuck this. And she's like, what are you doing? Smoking? That's killing
I have
my
laser
buzz.
eyes.
Harshing my buzz.
I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
You married that asshole?
Okay, so he was gonna bring the blondie down to the basement with him where his wife and child were.
Yeah.
What a fucking
And
man.
Judy. He was gonna be the next, like, patriarch
He's an
of
Epstein-esque type.
fundamental Mormonism. Yeah.
Her brother was killed.
That explains it. Definitely not the 6 tabs she dropped.
Well, that solves everything. Movie over.
Great, invited to the 3-way.
I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50
Look
men
at the
in this
framed
house.
radiator.
That's how much good these windows are.
That's their fireplace. They're fancy.
Why don't you
It
do
might be
something
actually.
to
What if
help
that's a cage
somebody?
to the fireplace?
I think that's a radiator.
I wish I had a framed radiator, to be honest.
They did also have a fireplace here too. I don't know where, but that guy was putting wood in a fireplace somewhere. Okay, so wait. The TV and the phone will be plugged in the same cable cord. I'm just gonna say it right now. So if the TV is working, the phone should be working.
No, the TV comes over the air. It's radio waves.
It's on.
But what? Okay, maybe I'm just. There was a time where they used to be.
Yeah, they're not related.
Or
Yeah,
at least
they're
in
not
my home
related.
they were.
No,
Sucked.
there wasn't. Well, you had cable, yeah, and you
Yeah,
had cable phones,
that's
but
true, yeah.
you're too young.
I think
you're
you
too
might be
young,
thinking
kid.
of the internet and the phone because it used to go over the phone line.
Yeah, that okay.
That's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn
that,
it.
yeah.
All that. Yeah.
But like you also plug in the cable cord. Well, like yeah, that's true. It's a cable cord. It's all different. I don't know old stuff.
No, it had
I'm
it had the
learning.
same hardware and everything pretty much. Well, I mean, it went in through
Yeah,
modems.
I
blah,
did
blah, blah.
used to. I still remember the dial-up though internet. I still had to use that when I was young.
Yeah.
Dial-up internet was the thing. Had to wait like 20 minutes for a single picture. It was good.
Yeah.
Porn loaded in nipple by nipple.
Nah, I
Yeah.
didn't even know it. I was only playing Wizard of Oz games.
It has been
baby.
established that persons who have
And
recently
it only
died
started from the top of the
have been
picture.
condemned to life and
We got the internet when I was 12,
murder.
and
Widespread investigation
yeah, I
reports
remember
from
very
criminal
clearly
laws,
like how crappy it was
drugs,
for such a long time. It really it was
Yeah.
amazing that we could do this thing that no one could do before, but it's such
human
shit.
victims.
Compared to now,
And yet it was
yeah.
still somehow better than Facebook. Yeah.
We got the AOL CD in the mail on the
Ooh,
regular.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
They'd send out these
Yes.
America Online CDs.
You could update your computer and shit.
Well, it was their marketing campaign to get more people to sign up
Yeah.
with AOL. Because that was the
Okay.
actual ISP. That was the internet service provider at the time. Like it was them.
Yeah.
I think it was them, and there were
Oh.
there was like one other. Yeah. I can't
Yeah,
remember
there was
exactly.
CompuServe, and then there was one more.
That's right.
There was CompuServe, which was the other big one, and then there was another one, I think.
I don't think that was here though.
Oh, no, maybe you didn't have it here. But you did have AOL.
There's a
Yeah.
pump out by
Well,
the
because you're
shed.
from the States,
I know
right?
that's why I pulled in,
Yeah.
but it's locked.
Different things.
Possibly so.
Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI.
Oh, I just watched this episode of Good Mythical Morning, and they were trying to decipher what this Canadian treat name was. It was spelled JOSLOUIS, and they were like, it must be Joss Lewis. It's the Joss Lewis, and I'm just screaming at the TV. It's Joe Louis. They're Joe Louis.
Started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA.
Is this the guy who invented Pogs?
Carrying a mysterious high radiation with it. Could that radiation
But he's the
somehow
old-fashioned kind of serious journalist that we need right now.
You really enjoy the adventurous angles on some of these shots.
It's our best move is to try to get out of
Yeah, no, the cinematography in this movie is pretty good, considering
Like slow
almost
motion
certainly,
Tetris.
yeah, most of them are like one take.
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
Definitely.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these
Radiation from Venus, guys. So it's all women's fault.
I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical explanation that we have at this time.
This was remade, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few times, but the most famous one is...
it's been made more than once.
Yeah, the most famous one is 1990, yeah.
I must disagree with these gentlemen presently.
For some reason, I confused this with Evil Dead, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen both the old and new Evil Dead.
1990, isn't it 2000? The Sarah Pauli one.
There's a 1990 one. I don't know if there is a 2000 one.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
Unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem
My favorite take on the whole zombie thing is a comedy, though. It's called Dead Alive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, Shaun of the Dead's great, too.
Peter Jackson.
No, Dead Alive is so campy. I think it's Peter Jackson. It's like his second or third movie.
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's worth watching.
I feel like I've heard of it.
Yeah, the original title was Brain Dead.
Yeah.
There's one too called not Death Diary, but kind of something like that, where it's a documentary guy filming the zombie apocalypse, and like at one point he got infected, and like the only actress left is like, I don't want to kill you, and he's like, no, it'll make for great TV.
You know this area? You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go
Do
swimming.
it for the vine, right?
Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these
sit
other
on the
people
doily.
came. We went down into the basement.
Carries the virus.
Put a bar across the door, and it is
Oh,
pretty
man.
small.
How could we
How paranoid is everybody now?
We've got a sick child.
About what?
2 women.
Not even paranoia, though. It's not paranoia.
And the place is surrounded.
Just the
It's
whole...
real fear.
It is real fear. Yeah, I shouldn't have called it paranoia to begin with, but it's pretty incredible shit.
Yeah, nothing's going on out there. They're just,
Yes, we have some answers.
You've seen the pictures of animals going back into cities?
Yeah, which is where they belong. There's a great video game from probably around 2011 called Tokyo Jungle, which has this exact premise, or that exact premise, in the sense that humans all die out and the animals take over Tokyo again, and you get to play them, and it's sort of a hardcore sort of Darwinist survival of the fittest little game. It's a lot of fun. Since it's now about 9 years old, I was able to get on the leaderboards a few weeks ago.
Yes. Screw you, Dad. I'm better than you now.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask
But if you've ever wanted to see a Pomeranian like beating the shit out of another animal, that's your game.
It's Mommy.
I hurt.
I got bit by a monster, and now my arm is fucking festering.
The body should be disposed of at once.
I like how she said fucking
I'm a
in
dumb,
the 60s.
I'm a dumb little kid who will probably open the door because I'm an idiot. And so feel empathy in an apocalypse.
Yeah, if only.
All this went down, and I couldn't help but poop in my pants. But the poop was from before I got bitten.
I didn't know Caitlin Bennett, aka Gun Girl, was in this. Got him, because she shit her pants. She shit her pants. Gun Girl shit her pants.
The bereaved will have to forgo the dubious comforts that a funeral will give.
You got Dookie in the drawers.
Wait, is somebody having a baby?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars. Make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
I wonder how common knowledge the term Molotov cocktail was around this time.
I'll check.
No, by 68, I think everybody knew
Cocktails
it.
from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar.
I'd love to see Tan France do commentary
I
for
found
this
some fruit
movie.
jars in the cellar.
Nah.
And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the
I like
truck,
how
no sweat.
hyper-competent Ben can do everything but drive a truck.
You're it then. You and I'll go. We'll
What
put
was
whatever
that?
lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up.
I feel like that should be a bartender move. Tossing cocktails from a window.
We get the gas and get back into the house.
I'm sure it's in the World Championships.
Now let's move it.
Tom Cruise had to learn how to do it.
Except for the rescue stations which have been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
Well, we've moved on at least from knives to scissors.
What's her name?
Judy.
You always have a smile
That
for
actress.
me. How can you smile
Oh.
like that all the time?
I'll
How
look
many
it
do you have, Dad?
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
up.
Judith Riley. Judith Ridley.
That was great.
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
Such a huge fan of Avatar.
If I could only
Oh my
call
god,
the folks.
I rewatched it in
They're
like
going to
2
be so
days.
worried about us.
Well, it's only 3
It'll be all
seasons.
right.
Although they're
As soon as we get to
26
Willard,
episodes,
we'll call
22
them.
episodes.
They might even be there.
Yeah, and I stayed up
I
for
know.
2 days and rewatched it because I couldn't stop.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I love it. It's so good.
It is
It
pretty
is, it's
great.
excellent.
It's the
Are you
best
sure we're
TV.
doing
It's the
the right
best
thing,
anime to come out of
Tom?
American TV ever.
Well,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
television said that's the right thing.
Zuko is
We've
totally
got to get
like
to a rescue station.
Yeah,
very
Zuko's
deep in the
arc
closet.
is the best.
Come on, honey, you're starting to
And
sound
Uncle
like Mr.
Iroh
Cooper
is the
now.
best
Why do you
character.
have to go out there?
Oh, for sure.
I know how to handle that
Uncle
truck,
Iroh could
and I
slap
can handle
his
the pump.
cheeks.
Ben
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
know
really
anything
too bad
about
that
stuff.
his voice actor died and they couldn't
No.
like really
No.
finish developing the character.
We're safe.
Yeah, he was kind of supposed to be a bigger
But there's
deal.
going to be more and more of those things.
Fuck.
More
I
active.
know all that.
Korra was great too.
Yeah.
Listen,
Korra's
I have trouble
really
getting
good.
into
I gotta
Korra.
get through.
When we had the big
I'm having
fight.
trouble with the second season.
remember how
This is
difficult
all
it was
spirit
Yeah,
bullshit.
you'll-
just to convince you that it was right.
Like
to
halfway
leave.
through, you're good.
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey.
Yo, if this girl was,
It's
if
not
this
like
was
just
remade
a
in
wind
modern day,
passing
this girl
through.
would be
We've got to do something,
a
fast.
Instagram influencer, and she would have 1 million followers, and she'd be live streaming this.
And he's a YouTube
Okay,
comedian.
guys,
Yeah.
we're gonna go out to do a mission for some
Sorry,
gasoline.
gang. The government said we can't go outside, but here we are, going outside challenge.
Boy,
Like and subscribe if you want us to get the gasoline.
And also check out my wish list and send me any of the essentials.
Her wish list is just all canned beans.
Give me the beans.
Give me them beans.
Has your like online personality changed at all since this has all started? Because I am now watching a hell of a lot of arm wrestling.
Yeah, they're talking about cum less because I can't get no cum right now. Am I right?
Oh God.
Yeah, we gotta
That's
talk about the cum shortage.
The big dip in the cum content. But
Make
You
it
know.
sound like there's a divot in a reservoir.
I know there's a surplus out there. It can't physically get to me. It's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not a drought, it's just a supply chain problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Saudi Arabia tried to flood the market, but
Just keep them 2 meters away. It'll be all right.
That's what I say, but no one can reach that far.
you just gotta drink a lot of water.
No, it's a lot of milk. You gotta drink a lot of milk.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, it's extra creamy today because I drank some 2%.
That is a creepy ass smile that Judy just gave him.
Oh. Got him.
Ah.
It's a product placement for ball mason jars, which still
Yeah, I was
exist.
gonna say.
Just in case you need to do any canning or make any Molotov cocktails. Mason jars.
This, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like a mini challenge in Drag Race whenever they go to the outside. Busted makeup, busted outfits. Everyone's standing around waiting to find out what they gotta do.
Damn.
Desperate times, but I mean, you need that whiskey to drink it.
I would just like to say that for all of the jars and bottles that I have dropped on my kitchen floor, I know for a fact that this would not work. Because that shit is sturdy.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe not back then. I don't know.
True, they may have had weaker glass.
That's like the only thing that's gotten better since then in terms of its quality.
Oh man. No, also just taste in people's gotten better. Remember when women were so sexually repressed they thought the Beatles were hot?
My mom has a cigarette butt from John Lennon at the airport. Like seeing him at the airport, she picked up his cigarette
Lennon's
butt.
a sack of trash. John Lennon deserves to be dead.
Oh, too soon.
Wow.
He deserves
That's a
it.
rough thing to
He
say.
beat his wife and he emotionally ruined his child. He deserves to die. He beat both his wives. Sorry, correction.
Damn.
And also was fucking one of those guys who just like, he's like a Jared Leto. Like, I'll say I care about this issue and this like war and all this stuff, but then never actually do anything for charity.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Lennon
That's
John Lennon's the biggest
that's
fraud
activism
of our
now.
generation, and I'm going. This
Of
is
our
my-
generation.
Of our generation?
Of any generation, John Lennon's the biggest fraud.
Wow. Never mind that Ponzi guy.
Yeah.
Or Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff, yeah.
Or
Jeez.
all of finance capitalism.
Yeah, no, John Lennon.
Nice day for night shot with the truck there. Here we go. Going up to a gas pump with a lit torch. Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing could go wrong. Why don't they just get some hairspray and make it like a flamethrower?
That's a good idea. Shoot at the gas thingy. The freaking pump.
Yeah, that blanket's gonna work with the gasoline fire.
Put it out, put it out.
Wait, does that not work?
There's a scene very much like this in The Walking Dead in the season they spend in the farmhouse, right? I think so.
Yeah. Sort of similar.
Yeah. I mean, they're all obviously homages, but...
Have you kept up with that show?
Oh, fuck no. I gave up on it a couple years ago.
I gave up when they killed Glenn. I was like,
That's pretty much when I stopped. Although I watched a little bit more, and then I heard about them killing off the main character.
And Carl.
What's his name? The sheriff. Yeah. Is Coral still around?
Oh, Carl's dead.
Do they have another means of going, or was that car already, like, was that truck not viable? Sorry. Sorry to interrupt.
That truck was out of gas,
Okay.
so that's all they... That
Wait,
was
so it's
their
out of gas and they're
first
trying
option.
to fucking blow it up? That's not gonna work. There's no gas to blow it
It was
up.
out of gas, and they were trying to fill it up.
Oh. They just lit it up.
Where's Michonne? Seriously.
No.
Everybody needs a katana in a zombie apocalypse. I don't know what they're
Absolutely.
doing.
Yeah, everybody should have a
Absolutely.
sword and or an axe.
Yeah,
Knives
like
is too close.
if we actually have a zombie apocalypse, every fucking nerd who's gone to a con and impulse bought a sword for $150 is gonna fucking own.
Is it true that in the States the handgun purchasing has gone up like incredibly since all this has gone down?
Probably, 100%.
Yeah, apparently gun sales have gone through
Let
the
him
roof.
back in, Cooper, you sack of shit. Fucking racist ass piece of garbage, shit ass bitch. Fuck you, Cooper. Yeah, fuck him. Kill him next. He sucks. Look at that dick. Now he's gonna come out. Fuck you. Punch him in the dick.
Yeah, put that one nail in so that it all stays secure.
Those pants are fastened well.
They're very high faceting pants. It's like
High and tight.
like the movie Her, where they're basically wearing them on their chest.
Got it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was their prediction of how style would advance about 10 years in the future, and it turns out to be true. Fuck high fastening pants. Sorry, guys, but it is not 1982 anymore.
Well, you know what's coming next. We're gonna end up with flares again.
No, we've got reverse flares now.
What?
I don't know if you guys have seen the latest Uniqlo advertisement, but there's a very hot Asian boy wearing baggy jeans with like tight cuffs on the bottom, and so like it's the worst of both worlds.
Oh, okay,
not only
that's
do you not
that
get to see
new,
his ass,
actually.
but also you can't fucking take them off
Those are
him
called
without
jean
the
joggers.
problem of skinny jeans. Yeah, well,
They're called jean joggers.
yeah, we can get rid of those.
And I own a pair.
Oh no.
I just wear them around the house. They're comfortable.
Say it ain't so. Ah, barbecue.
Oh.
This is why you gotta stick with Carolina style barbecue, because
Oh, those are intestines. Okay.
yeah, apparently one of the extras owned a chain of butcher shops, and so that's how they got the organs.
Oh God. Oh, they're
Those
real.
are real that they're biting into. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a real ham.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
probably not
Oh
real.
man, I wish you told me that. Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
He's so
Oh, but
he's so
that's
pleased. Look how happy he was.
Deep breathing. Grody.
There are worse things to eat than liver, you know.
Oh, dude, liver is nasty.
She's just recovering from her 3 martini lunch hangover.
They're supposed to be in the
That's just breakfast.
Donna's a fucking zombie and I'm drunk.
Only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon.
Yeah, Barbara definitely took mushrooms or
10 minutes to
something.
3.
Yeah, she's fucked. Like, your hair, you don't look like that unless you're on something. And I know that because I look
You know
like
anything
that
about this area
all
at
the
all?
time.
I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were...
Barbara's experiencing like Zeno's paradox. 10 minutes, that's not very long to wait. But we have to get halfway to 10 minutes. And then we have to get halfway to 10 minutes. And then we have to get halfway to 10 minutes. And then, oh my god, am I trapped inside my own mind?
Gets slapped and passes out for 18 hours again.
Johnny has the
Yeah.
keys.
You gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry?
They could have rabies.
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gotta turn it over by yourself.
It's funny you say rabies. There's something that rhymes with that is what it best describes what their faces look like right now. Scabies. Oh, goddamn.
Got him.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Another gratuitous ass shot.
Is that just a different angle of the same shot from earlier?
No, it was definitely a different woman, I think. They got enough naked women to last for days.
Naked ladies for days.
Eating barbecue. And then Lenny over here eating whatever that is.
What organs are they eating? Who?
Are you Googling it?
This hour,
Oh.
they report the level
I just
of
want
the
to know.
mysterious radiation
Where do they get the livers and
continues to
shit?
increase steadily.
Whose body in this
So long
movie
as the
world is
situation
it from?
remains, government spokesman warned
Well, they got her face from Nikki Glazer. Oh!
Oh, those were Judy and Tom's organs from the truck barbecue.
Oh.
to seek human victims
Which in a way is correct. Like when you slaughter a pig, the first thing you do is you harvest the liver and you fry it right up, and you feed it to the other farmers. And then you make some sausages.
Oh, no.
So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and
Thank goodness all these civilians have guns in their houses.
The Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be
Our
killed
country 'tis of the great land of artillery. We'll kill the zombies.
The plan is
Beautiful.
kill the brain.
Thank you.
And you kill
Brain
the
of a
ghoul.
ghoul.
What do you think from the supply wagon, Cuss? No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in
I like that the sheriff has 3 cigars in his hat the entire movie and never smokes any of them. They're just decorative cigars.
Oh, I thought those were hot dogs.
You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be
An
able to
Oscar
beat
Mayer
these things?
sponsorship.
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught.
He's gonna cut them up with some Kraft Dinner and ketchup later.
Thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
They beat him off?
If I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head. That's a sure way to kill him. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat him or burn him. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
This is the next morning, right?
The timeline is pretty uncertain.
Who knows?
They already have an expert.
Because clearly, at the live instance, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning.
We know we'll be into it most
But I guess this is filmed earlier in the day and then broadcast on the news that night.
And then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain...
Well, there goes the power.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know.
They remember a key labeled for the gas, but they don't remember whether there's a fuse box.
The power lines are down.
You think this was written on the fly?
Helen?
There was a lot of improvisation. I don't know how much script there really was, yeah. It may be sort of retro-scripted like Curb.
Dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
You know, so at the end everything sort of comes back to haunt them. I would actually like to see the Larry David version of Night of the Living Dead.
Ah. Hey, we want to come eat ya. There you go.
I didn't want to stop for a stop and chat, and then I did, and then he ate me. A lot of married zombies.
And the zombies stayed married too.
Yeah. I now pronounce you Brain Eater and Brain Eater.
And you Brain Eater E? Now's your chance, Mr. Cooper.
Probably the best example of zombie marriage has got to be Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
What about the Corpse
Yeah, I've seen it.
Bride? Corpse.
Corpse Bride is
Oh,
great.
Corpse Bride.
Yeah, well said. I've watched both seasons of Santa Clarita. I think it's done now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they're... No,
think
are
they're
they
done.
coming back for one more? I think maybe.
No, they said that they're done. They got canceled.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, that's it for Mr. Cooper.
R.I.P. Mr. Cooper. But they gotta make sure he's for real dead. They're not shooting him.
She's like pulling their arms
Oh
to
my
her.
god.
Yeah, what? What? What?
Wait,
is happening?
I still have to fall down the stairs to have a good death scene.
But he's not even falling, he's crawling. What the hell?
He has the zombie makeup on already, and yet he's not dead yet.
The editing.
Losing hydraulic power.
No, my unconscious daughter.
I will eat her, because I am a fucking creep.
Oh no! What if I have to actually, like, slightly move a few inches?
I hate the lead female in this. She's just so pathetic.
Blazer's doing a very piss poor
She
job.
is not. Oh! Just when we say we hate her.
No, she's not gonna do anything real like good. She should have done that 20 minutes ago. This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh.
Oh my god, the cutscenes.
I like how she was chewing with her mouth closed. Did you see that? The little girl was
Yeah.
chewing with her mouth closed. That's very dear. She's a good little girl.
No, it was very polite. Yeah. Karen, no. No, don't come after me. Go after the manager.
Oh, okay.
Karen, no.
Zombies don't use weapons.
Yeah.
These zombies do.
I mean, maybe they did back
They
then.
can use tools. She's a ninja, so she gets to use the the kunai.
The kunai.
This is very Mike Myers.
I love the sound effects.
Sorry, Michael Myers, as in Halloween.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Mike
Yeah,
Myers.
Yeah, baby, yeah. I like chocolate syrup, baby, yeah.
Hello, my name is Simon.
Yeah.
And I like to do drawings.
Don't make you horny.
I like that original riffraff is still here. Oh, here's Brad.
Yeah, it just looks like this looks like what happens when a girl comedian brings a group of her friends to an open mic. She's like, all right, how do you think my set went? And then all the guys with the open mic crowd around her and her friend. No, she's done. Good. She's
Oh,
gone.
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
Incest
she was dead
carries
weight.
the day.
Wow.
Don't kill him. He's actually.
I feel like she was a health pack attached to him, and he's the
Yeah.
boss that they're all trying to get.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. It's over.
Indian
now.
sunburn! Let's
Kill her! Kill her!
Little girl zombie is the highest class zombie.
be cool if you could play a game as the zombies, but you're the whole
Oh, but
horde.
now you can go, but if you go to the cellar, both the people in the cellar are gonna become zombies because they've been bitten.
Yeah, but at least the cellar's the safest place.
Just a fucking zonk them in the head immediately.
I really want to play a video game as the zombies now.
That's the one thing. I feel like that's the one thing that sucks is zombies don't care about sunlight. Like they'll just stay there forever, and you just have to stay in the cellar until they die of whatever.
Yeah. Oh, eventually they'll decompose, right?
Whereas with vampires and werewolves, once the sun comes out, you're like, well, now I can go and find a different hiding spot.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that rom-com zombie movie? Oh, what was
The
it?
one with that one British guy who's
Nicholas
in
Holt.
everything. Yeah.
Nicholas Holt. Yeah.
He dated
What's it
Jen
called?
Lawrence, right?
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
So yeah, for a while.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was the lead in the first 2 seasons of Skins.
I was gonna say Skins
Which,
Boy.
yeah.
Skins is
Skins
great.
Boy?
Skins is the most sad shit though. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of brain damage.
Ha, Skins. Yeah, I feel like Skins is what got me really into like empty image.
Oh really? Wow.
Well, yeah, because that's all they did in it. And then everything I do now gets me into weed.
It's called Warm Bodies.
Warm bodies, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But as the zombies starved, they became greater threats because they could run really fast. They transformed into those weird creatures.
Ooh.
Oh.
I Am Legend was cool because like it was fine. He was immune.
All right, don't get me started on I Am Legend, because
I like it. That's how I like to think I would live in.
read the book, because it's a totally different thing, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
The book is a lot better. Oh yeah, way different.
But yeah, I like the movie. I'm not saying it. I love the movie, so the book sounds even better to go into more detail.
It's not in New York. Big difference.
Montreal.
Yeah. You just have to fend off Patrick Roy.
Yo, I'm
and then
not
you're
gonna lie.
fine.
I've been wanting to rewatch Yvonne of the Yukon because I remember they just made him to be a really stinky idiot. Do y'all remember that show? No?
No.
Yvonne of the Yukon?
Oh, I remember it. I just never really watched it.
Oh,
I was too old. I was too old, I think.
Like I want to say it's hilarious, but I haven't seen it in forever because I just remembered it the one day, and I don't know if I want to I do want to rewatch it to see if it is really fucked up, but I feel like it is really fucked up, and it's gonna just ruin the young version of whatever I have in my mind if it is.
Yeah, I rewatched David the Gnome as an adult, and I regretted it ever since.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, there was a couple like cartoon series I rewatched as an adult and was like, ah. But then some I was like, this holds up. Flown High?
Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah.
Speaking of I Am Legend, George Romero did say that that was an influence on this movie. His idea was just to change it around a little bit.
Oh, for this one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
The idea was to figure out what would happen early on in a pandemic of that kind, as opposed to, when you catch up with the last person on.
Yeah, what are we gonna do if people start coming out of the goddamn dirt after this?
You want to get about
after the Rona.
Yeah, we're fucking done coming out of
Then
here.
you gotta call them like Cora zombies, which is terrible.
Yeah, no, the obvious.
Zombid 19.
Zombid, nice. Nice. That's actually just COVID 20.
Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
But yeah, we're fucked if they start coming back to life.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, suicide is the obvious option. Stockpile morphine, overdose immediately as soon as zombies appear, and you'll be fine.
Oh, you got it all planned out.
I do.
I'm planning to go into one of those blind rages where you like die as a hero, but you can't feel anything because your adrenaline's just through the goddamn roof.
Oh, yeah, but then you reappear in the next episode because somehow you miraculously survived.
I want an anime death, but I feel like it's more of an anime torture than an anime death.
And also your contract sort of forbid the showrunner from firing you.
I gotta keep going. Doesn't it suck when I gotta keep living because of my goddamn life contract?
Hey, you're giving me $250K per episode. I don't care if you have me on screen or not, but miraculous recovery.
It's like, we thought she'd die so fast, but every day raking in more cash for not.
They need you down there by the barn.
Where were all these goddamn hillbillies with their goddamn guns when they needed it? Fucking hillbillies.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince. Yeah, sure looks like it.
Yeah, they were just waiting. They were.
Oh, they're just gonna kill him because they're hillbillies, and he is of color. Look, he's trying to rob us. Get him!
They're not really giving detailed interviews with any of the Walking Dead, are they?
Oh, not George. He was fine.
Hey, walking person 300 meters away, can you talk? Nope.
Here.
Just give it a blast.
But as soon as they see him, they're gonna be like, "We're white."
Brooklyn
racist.
Italian guy died.
No,
that was my Baba.
He was just walking here.
Not a single zombie tried to play the piano.
Wow, what jerks.
That's how you know it's not a Peter Jackson movie.
Here, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here.
Oh
All right,
God,
go
he
ahead
better
down and give him
live.
a hand.
If he doesn't, this is
Let's
gonna
go check
suck
out the house.
ass.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
That guy looks like he'd be in a
All right,
Scorsese
hit him in the
movie.
head, right between the eyes.
That one.
That guy? Well, he kind of looks like Robert De Niro.
Fuck! See, I told you that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. He was trying to sell loose cigarettes, so...
Wow.
Fucking jackers.
A bunch of jerks.
The paperboy hat, it connects it all in the conspiracy.
Yeah, this all started when they tried to order pizza.
Why are they all Captain Hook in it?
Well, haven't you ever, like, caught a
No,
shark?
they
Like,
just,
that's what happens.
Yeah, you gotta hook them to drag them out.
That's terrible. Well,
Well,
that was pretty cool.
like, yeah.
From a historic point of view.
I do find it really impressive how many of the zombie tropes were codified in this movie, because pretty
That is
much
100%
before this,
true. It is a groundwork for every single zombie movie that came
yeah, moving slow, gotta kill the
But,
brain.
yeah, the most unclimactic ending in that way of just yeah, obviously the black guy gets killed by the inbred white dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this movie was made. He does look like Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
This movie was made before the MPAA came out with ratings, and so like lots of little kids went to see it because horror movies before this point were kind of mostly campy and didn't have a lot of gore.
Just really silly.
And they were all like extremely traumatized by the fact that
Yeah,
everybody
exactly.
dies.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here.
Like for my generation, if you watch Jaws when you're 5, you're totally
Yeah,
fucked.
mine was like The Grudge.
Oh, really?
Well, I saw The Grudge. It scared me because of the one scene where she's like in the bed already. Because you know how your like comforter is your most safest protection when you're a kid.
Yeah,
Like, in
absolutely.
bed, you're
Otherwise
scared,
the
you go
shield.
under the blanket. In The Grudge, there was someone already under the blanket before you get under the blanket. Yeah,
Oh, that's creepy as hell.
exactly. There's no safety, so that's what freaked
Wow.
me out the most. Because I watched The Shining and stuff as a kid, and that didn't scare me. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm not in a hotel in the fucking Alps. I don't
Yeah,
have
well,
ghosts.
the Shining has become a lot more relevant recently.
Yeah, now, yes, now, obviously, but as a child, no.
Yeah, you're like, what is he trying to do? Right
Yeah,
on the
oh, he
typewriter?
sees
That's okay.
ghosts? Okay, who doesn't?
Have you seen Contagion?
His children see ghosts, you know? No?
Have you seen Contagion? No, that's supposed
Contagion?
to somebody.
No, but I hear it's exactly like what's going on now.
That's what I heard from a friend of mine who's an epidemiologist.
Well, all of RuPaul's Drag Race this season has copied my whole comedy career, and the fact they've been talking about cum too much.
Ooh.
And also taking my sketch idea and making a parody also of Grey's Anatomy called Gay's Anatomy. That's all me.
Damn it. Yeah.
Damn.
You don't have to include this in the final cut. It's okay. I'm just going on.
No, cum is
You go ahead,
definitely
you go off.
not public domain.
Yeah, I know cum is a public domain. I get it, but like the three hits in a row was too much.
Well, I mean, I don't know if cum was made before 1924, but if it was, it's definitely in
Well,
the
male
public
cum was
domain.
made always.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Hey.
Hey, that's when hysteria became a thing. And then women went to doctors so they could get jacked off.
Yeah, baby.
What?
That's true.
Technology.
It's 100% true. Female hysteria is because women were not getting enough orgasms, and they literally would go to doctors, and doctors learned how to fucking finger women so they could hit G-spots and would make them come, and then they would be like kind of back to normal for a bit. And then that's why the dildo and vibrator were created. Have you watched Masters of Sex at all?
No.
Steam-powered,
It explains it all in there.
steam-powered
So
sex
many women
toys.
were like committed
Wow.
because of that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Used to lobotomize
Well,
gay
thanks so
people
much.
back in the day. Just
Oh,
throwing it
now
out
it's
there.
thunderstorming here. Do you guys hear the thunderstorm?
No.
I honestly thought that was just my landlord. But
all right, well, yeah.
all right, guys.
Sorry.
Well, thanks
This
so
was
much
fun.
for yeah, this was fun. Hopefully we'll probably do another one while this pandemic lasts another few months. Thanks so much to all of the listeners and fans who have come out to watch us, and we'll see you next time.